who are celebrating this occasion with us. I want you to join me in giving each group a round of applause after that group is introduced. I'll begin with our stage party. Representing the Board of Trustees this morning, the President Pro Tem of the Board, Mr. Steve Pierce. Other trustees include Mr. John Cole, Mr. Billy Don Anderson, and Mr. Mark McCrary. Representing the Faculty Senate is its President and today's mace bearer, Professor John Turner. Representing the Executive Council are Vice Presidents Gary Warren, Academic Affairs, Vice President David Shields, Student Affairs, Vice President Steve Smith, Business Operations, and our Athletic Director, Mr. Mark Linder. Representing the Council of Academic Deans, Dean Bertie Bailey, College of Nursing, Dean Donna Jacobs, College of Education, Dean Carrie Gatlin, College of Business, Dean Vaughn Hansen, College of Arts and Sciences, Dean Sue Wilson, Dean of Enrollment Services. Dr. Larry Nelson, Professor of History, will be reading the names of our graduates today, and our guest speaker, Mr. Steve Ainsley, will be introduced formally later in the program. Please welcome our stage party. Seated in the front of the audience are representatives of the UNA faculty. These individuals, in my mind, represent the heart, the soul, and the future of our university. It is a group of people whom I've come to know well over the past 3 years, for whom I have enormous respect for their dedication to the students who are graduating here today. I could not be more proud of this group of individuals, and I would invite you to welcome them and thank them for what they've done. And faculty, would you please stand? Scattered throughout this room are individuals who work on the staff of UNA. These individuals facilitate everything that happens here, from the creation of this ceremony to transcripts to advising and on and on and on. Without them, the life of the university would quickly come, if not to a complete halt, to a very slow pace. Another group of people sincerely dedicated to our student staff. Wherever you are, would you please stand and be recognized? Bringing us music today, the UNA Brass Ensemble under the direction of Professor Lloyd Jones. Thank you. And I would also like to introduce my wife, B.J. Kale. B.J., please stand up. And seated next to her, the spouse of our guest speaker this morning, Mrs. Ann Ainsley. Ann, welcome. Graduates, many people have helped and supported you to reach this goal today of graduation. I would like you to help me show your appreciation and our appreciation to all those people. First, would all the parents of the graduates please stand and be recognized? Parents. How about the grandparents of the graduates? Where are you, grandparents? And long-suffering but giving endless support, the spouses of our graduates. And next, the children of our graduates. Where are you? Children of the graduates. And last, but by no means least, would all the friends and other relatives of the graduates please stand to be recognized? All of these people celebrate commencement today with you, our graduates, and I'm delighted to have every one of you with us today. Graduates, many people are proud of you, and that group extends beyond these walls because this ceremony will be broadcast and viewed by many other individuals on Saturday, May the 17th at 10 o'clock a.m. on Comcast Cable. And if you are interested, video copies of this ceremony may be ordered outside in the lobby after the ceremony. There's another group of people with us today that I would like to specially recognize. They probably stood up a moment ago. But there are parents, grandparents, and friends who have traveled literally halfway around the world to be with their son or daughter today. I would like all the international family members and friends who have come to be with us today to stand and let us thank you for sharing your son or daughter with us during these years of study. Where are you folks? Please stand up. It's now my pleasure to introduce our speaker. Our hope at each commencement ceremony is to bring to campus and bring to you a renowned speaker, one whose life experiences will have meaning for our graduates. Over our past few commencements, we've had speakers including an expert in international health and international correspondence, a civil rights attorney, a movie director and producer, a television writer and actress. Even the governor of our state has been with us. Today, graduates, you are going to hear from a man who is a great success in the fields of communication and publishing and is an expert in world affairs. And he is Mr. Stephen Ainsley, who began his newspaper career in Virginia in 1978 as an advertising salesperson, and within 2 years was the publisher of a newspaper in the state of West Virginia. In 1982, he joined the New York Times Company, expanding his career as a publisher at various company-owned newspapers in Maine, Florida, California, and right here in Florence, Alabama between 1987 and 1993, working for our own Times Daily. In 1999, Mr. Ainsley was named Senior Vice President of the Regional Newspaper Group and later served as the group's President and Chief Operating Officer between 2003 and 2006. In September 2006, he became publisher of the Boston Globe and head of the New England Media Group that includes the Globe's various interests. It is quite an impressive resume and career. Mr. Ainsley has served as director of the New England Press Association and the Alabama Press Association. He also has held leadership positions in numerous local civic and charitable organizations in all the communities where he and his wife Ann have lived over the years. We are honored that his busy schedule allows him to return to the Shoals this weekend and to be with us today. Please join me in giving a warm University of North Alabama welcome to Mr. Stephen Ainsley.
Well, good morning. And before I begin, congratulations to all of the graduates, to President Kale and the administration, to families and friends, on this wonderful day in this wonderful community. And if I may, with an admittedly shameless effort to curry favor amongst a good part of the group, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. In June of 1976, my class at New York University celebrated commencement at Washington Square in Lower Manhattan. At least this is what I am told. For reasons I'll get into in a moment, I did not attend those exercises. Didn't hear the speech, didn't throw the cap in the air, didn't pose for the keepsake photos, didn't receive congratulatory hugs and handshakes. At the moment, I should have been taking that stroll across the stage that you all anticipate shortly. I found myself in the freshly excavated deep end of what would become someone's swimming pool in suburban New York City, ankle deep in mud with shovel in hand. With the passage of time, I've come to believe this was far more symbolic than I ever could have realized at the time. But more to the point, and I'm not making this up, I had gone to work that day, not even remembering that it was graduation day. It was pure coincidence that I glanced at my watch around noon and remembered that, as an A, I would have been strolling across the stage at about that time. Coincidence, unless you subscribe to that notion that coincidence is God's way of staying anonymous. I clearly had not placed a great